Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're looking at the ESkuta Series 4. Had a look at the Series 3, but we're going to see what the upgraded version has to offer that the older version didn't. So I'm now going to be demonstrating how you can remove the battery from the e-scooter. Underneath the back box, which is an optional feature, we'll talk about that later, there's a keyhole. The same key that you use for the ignition goes into the barrel for the seat, and you just find where that goes into the hole. And then you twist and wait for a click, it comes up. Before you remove the battery to prevent electric shock, just flick the fuse to the off position, and then you can remove the connector. And this simply got like a little handle here. Pick up the handle, slide the battery out, and that's the battery. So one thing that sets it aside from the Series 3 with the battery is you can see here it's a 48 volt 26 amp battery. So on the old battery it was 48 volt 20 amp, so this will give you a little bit more range for the long journeys. And to put the battery back in the bike, you just reverse everything. So just pick up the handle, get this lead out the way, so put this lead in the corner, and then this goes, you'll feel it sort of slide in, and wait, don't force it in, but might have to move it around a little bit. There we go, there we are. And then this bit connects back to the battery, and you'll hear like a little alarm to say it's on. That's only when you switch the fuse to the on position, and now that's to the on position, and that can just simply close down. Don't have to twist the key to lock it, just press down hard, and that's the battery. One other thing that I want to mention is that you can charge the battery from the bike. Underneath the seat is an external 3-pin charging part where you can charge it to any household plug externally. It plugs in there, and then you can plug your charger into an outside unit. How many e-bikes do you know that have a wireless display? So it will turn on remotely from the key fob. Most bikes you'll have to twist a key to turn it on, but this one, simply press the unlock position, and then you're going to press this little electric symbol, and everything powers on. Provided the key's in range, the bike will stay on. So to start off with, you can see you have your charge percentage here. Shows you what percentage of battery you have left. You then have your miles per hour in the middle, what speed you're doing, and underneath that you have your total mileage. I've only done 228 miles on this Series 4. And then you have your warning lights. At the moment there are two warning lights on. One that is to say that a throttle isn't connected at the bottom. The second one is to say the kickstand's down, which will disengage the motor. Coming over to the mode side, you have 3 different modes. The bike comes restricted to 15.5 miles an hour, which is also 25 kilometers an hour. So even if it's restricted, these modes won't work. But once you've de-restricted the bike, you can then go from above. So this takes you to about 15.5 in mode 1. Mode 2 will take you to 20 miles an hour, and mode 3 will take you to 24 to 26 miles an hour depending on your rider weight. So you've got headlights, and you can see the headlights are on to the on position. You've also got full beam. Now this is a good feature.
This is a crazy feature.
This is a crazy feature of the bike. So you could just flick up on this side, you know, and once you flicked it up, you can see the full beam light comes on the dash in the middle, and that makes it very bright for good visibility. So this is the horn. To warn other road users or to take your anger out on them. You can press the button, and it's a very nice sound. Right. So we're going to lock the bike now. So you're going to put the unlock position and then to the lock, and that is now locked. So I'm going to put the keys away. Someone tries to come along and steal it, they could pick it up and put it in the back of a van, but most people, opportunists, want to push it away. You know, they'll put the kickstand down, they'll start moving it away, and then you get one last chance before the big alarm comes. And as you can see, this is the sound of the big alarm. It turns off by itself eventually. So it's very loud, quite a good deterrent, and now it's turned off. We're now going to be talking about the green go throttle. So on this bike, you can see it's on its main stand. When you click the green go throttle, it will take you to 7 miles an hour. Now this just allows you to get going, and once you can see the motor spinning, once you've got to this position, you can then start pedaling, which will then bring you up to the legal 15.5 miles an hour speed. So the motor's 250 watts, 48 volts, which complies with EAPC regulations, making this bike legal and classified as an e-bike rather than a moped. It's integrated into the rear hub wheel as well. The tyres on this bike are 18 by 250. That is front and rear of the bike. And the tyre pressure that you should be keeping in front and the rear is 280 kPa. And it shouldn't exceed that, otherwise you risk a blowout. So the bike has front hydraulic brakes, which really big size discs. So that means if you're doing a high speed, the bike can come to an efficient but quick stop. So on the rear of the bike you have front and rear mud guards, but on the rear, more importantly, that will prevent any mud from being splattered up from your backside. And again on the front, you know, that just keeps the bike nice and clean, and it's a nice matte black finish as well. Compared to the Series 3, in the Series 4 they've now created a guardrail, so this actually keeps the chain in place, because what I was finding when I was riding the Series 3 is the chain was constantly coming out of place, coming loose. So this is a really nice feature they've added to the bike. So I'm now going to be putting the bike onto its main stand. It has a main stand here, so what you want to do is just your foot goes on to here and you sort of push it down. You can hold on to the handlebars as you push it down, and then it will come onto the up position. It's been a while since I talked about indicators, and this bike has front and rear indicators. It's a great way of telling other road users what way you're wanting to turn. So I'm going to be coming around the other side now. So it's got front and right indicators to the front and then to the left. And this is the same with the back as well. So as you can see, that's right, and then you have left indicators. So on the e-scooter, it has front dual suspension, which I can demonstrate now. If I push down on the wheel, you can see it bounces back up. So as you can see, this e-bike is built more like a moped motorbike. It's got rear shock absorbers, which again, along with the front, will help you absorb any bumps and things in the road. So you have front and rear storage. So the front comes with the bike, the back is optional. We'll talk about the back in a moment. So the front, use the same key as you would for the ignition and seat, and that unlocks the front. It's not a lot of space in here, but you can see you can fit maybe spare parts of the bike in here, in the tubes, potentially your e-bike charger. And then to lock it back up, you've got to put your key in, twist, and then lock. And that will lock the front up. So this is an optional feature to the e-scooter, which is the rack and top box. Okay, so with the rack and top box, quite simple. You've got another key for it. You just got to unclip these clips on the side here. And then this key goes into the ignition barrel. Barrel. It goes into the barrel. And then you twist, bring it to the up position, and you can put all sorts of stuff in your top box. Quite good if you're on long journeys and you don't want to carry a rucksack. And then to lock it, you just twist the key, close it, and lock, and pop these up just for extra security. So this bike is built in Britain. It's built up in Coventry in the e-scooter headquarters. And as you can see, anyone from the age of 14 can legally ride one of these because it comes under the category of an EAPC, which is amazing. So as you can see, we've got a phone holder. This comes with the bike. It's got a USB on the side that you can charge your phone into. So you've got the on-off button. So to turn the USB on, you just flick it up to the on position, and that means now you can now charge your phone while your phone's in the holder. Quite a good little holder really. So this is my phone. I'll try not to drop it, but you just simply lock it into place. And then you've got these little extra supports here that you can bring over the corners of your phone. Same on the top. They'll prevent it from dropping while riding. So the bike's got dual mirrors on the front, which really good feature, so you don't have to keep looking over your shoulder to see what cars are up your arse. So yeah, really nice feature of the bike. You can just look in your mirrors to see what's there and carry on pedaling. So the range of the e-scooter will give you approximately between 40 to 60 miles The max range, it depends on the rider's weight, the riding conditions of the road, and many more factors. But generally speaking, you can expect to get between 40 and 60 miles of range. I've opted for the gloss grey, but we've got different colours that you can choose from. So if you scroll down, you'll be able to click between the different colours. So you have gloss white, black, matte blue, matte orange, matte acid yellow, gloss candy red, gloss blue, and gloss grey. And the gloss grey is the one I've gone for. Now the bike starts at £1,995, but this is a really good bike considering it looks like a moped, but it's actually an e-bike. So if you do want to buy another battery, so you can just swap them out, it costs £595 for a spare battery. Or if you want to buy a back box, that costs £85 for the 22 litre storage, or for 52 litres, which is slightly larger, is £135. You can also get delivery boxes as well, but those are the main two boxes that the company offer. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the ESkuta Series 4 review. Stay tuned, and we should be doing the SX800 review in the upcoming weeks ahead to see how the moped model is different to the e-bike. But if you have any questions on anything I've said, please leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and until then, I'll see you in my next YouTube video.